Hi, it's Mike Ryan. I want to talk a little bit about social media. It's interesting over the past, 3 or 4 or 5 years. When you look at some of the job titles on LinkedIn, there's been a proliferation of people that call themselves either manager, director, even the lofty titles of VP of social media. And it's kind of interesting that the phenomena has really accelerated over the past year and a half or so. And when we look at some of the history of social media and how it got started and where it came from, obviously its genesis is in the internet and the growth of that really in the 90s and with the early CompuServe or AOL, and then later. Other services that developed, like Friendsters and the modern day Facebooks and the like, and Twitter. And it's very interesting to see how this is really a white space that's out there. And I get somewhat amused when I see that people say that they're an expert in social media. I do have some experience in the area. I served as a host on AOL back in the 90s and actually provided a online community for folks in healthcare, and was trained by AOL back when they were AOL in Time Warner. But it's really interesting to see over the past a decade or so, as Friendsters was then replaced by MySpace, and then replaced by Facebook, that now just recently went over 1 billion users that currently use it worldwide, most in the United States. But and then Twitter, which is kind of began as an experiment, has really also changed the conversation, and really to a certain extent they compete with each other. One more of a closed system with closed system with Facebook, and Twitter more of an open system that has seen acceleration. Recently, Facebook picked up Instagram, which was is a photo sharing. So it's interesting to see that happen. It's interesting to see where social media is headed. If you looked at LinkedIn as a social media itself, even though it's really seen more as a job board or a job networking board or experts, if you look and see, people who talk about their expertise in social media, we got a long way to go. This is 2012. And I do sit on some boards. I do some advisory work with a number of tech startups, and to watch it, I can imagine looking back a decade from now and saying how fundamental some of the technologies we have in place and sophistication. A recent example is when you look at the big brands that are out there, the consumer brands that are from autos to insurance to everything from cereal box and cereal makers to whatever else is out there as far as consumer products, and they're really just learning how to use social media and to engage their customers, or to acquire new customers. One thing you've seen in the past 3 or 4 years, when you look at a television show, for example, or a television commercial during, maybe on cable or whatever, at the bottom you will usually see those little icons of Twitter and Facebook, and those are usually on most television ads. And what you learn is, that extends the communications beyond the commercial, and it also both accelerates the potential for customers to actually have engagement with the brand, to buy products, which ultimately they're trying to do through whether it's traditional advertising of billboard, radio, TV, or print ads, but also to have that circle continue between engagement with the consumer and the brand. So I'm going to grab that call, and we'll talk to you soon.